It's time for my ultimatum. You either don't complain about Shiloh or you give Beatrix some respect. Pick one. Uh-oh. Can I pick one after I play the game and decide on whether I'm gonna be bothered by Shiloh enough to complain about him? Maybe I'll load my file and Shiloh just won't be in the story at all. Maybe I deleted his files and maybe he no longer shows up in the game. Maybe I killed him. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see who gets respect. I can't watch him literally because he has Noir in his name. What's wrong with Noir? It's just a color. Do you not watch people whose name is Blanc? This is sounding a lot like complaining. How is that complaining? Alright, let's continue. Leonix, when he sees someone whose name is a color. Damn, this person's name is Verde. Unwatchable. The pleasant summer day had yet to go away. Only a few wispy clouds drifted along in the sky. Cancel Leonix. Oh yeah, speaking of Beatrix, I checked what was up with the mods, and I got Lobotomy Corpse mod that I had installed working. So next time we play, we can recruit 5 custom people instead of 2 custom people, so that's good. The pleasant summer day had yet to go away. Only a few wispy clouds drifted along in the sky. As we strolled down the way, Liz took the lead, followed by Yu and Cove walking side by side. Shiloh freely took to walking in the middle of the road, his arms idly swinging back and forth at his sides as he turned his head every which way to take in as much as he could. With the word, nothing. But my brain plays a terrible game of association. It connects it with a YouTuber from Mexico, and boy, if I start to tell you what he did, it would not fit in a Twitch chat link. Oh, I see. Meet when a VTuber's name is Markiplier. That tone sounds an awful lot like... My tone sounds like complaining. I'm just reading the text. Well, thank you for the hydrate, Moggy. Oh, Rebun, my boy. Just reading with obvious annoyance at Shiloh. It was very much a trip down memory lane for him. He wondered how much the neighborhood had changed in his eyes. Not a word passed between the group about where you were heading first. But soon enough, you found yourselves walking the usual path to the shopping street. You know what? This is great. How is this great? Before you reached it, the sounds of it did. A collective of sandals tracking sand, the shrill calls of seagulls, the overlapping conversations of beachgoers, and random strains of music from various stalls. Okay, I need to ask something. Since Dwarf is giving me an ultimatum, what do I get? What do I get if I show respect? If I show respect to Beatrix? If I ever feel like Elio doesn't want me around, I'll just remember his tone towards Shiloh. No Thundercross for a day. That's not a good deal. It doesn't sound very valuable to me. I mean, if you guys do Thundercross and I catch you, I get a compliment. It's a nice trade-off. Before you reached it, the sound of it did a wow! The odd gasp had come from Shiloh. His eyes were all lit up. Were there always so many different stores in one place? I want to make a comment, but I won't.
Yeah.
Of course! Wow, I can see why so many people come here. Hey, do they still have those nice little ice cream stands? Yeah, that hasn't changed. Yay, we should get some. It'll be my treat. Thanks, Shiloh. Ice cream sounds perfect on such a hot day. How about you, Cove? You could see that unlike Liz, Cove was struggling with the decision, brow wrinkled in thought. Finally, a hesitant smile appeared on his face as he settled on keeping to the spirit of the special occasion. Cove's really my guy. Yeah, sounds good to me. Awesome, and Bunny? Why are you giving me this choice? Trade offer. I receive a chance at getting a compliment. You receive a chance to Thundercross foot attack me. God, what do I choose? Oh god, my chair is so loud today. I guess because of how hot it is. Hi. I need to put down like a piece of cloth on this or something. Like skin sticking to it. Anyway. Is this? Okay. If you fold immediately after this entire game spanning bit. Okay, does this count as a... Does this count as complaining? If I choose this, it's a choice in the game. It's valid for me to choose it, right? That's valid, right? I won't get docked points, will I? That's fine. It's a valid choice, I think. Okay, yeah. I just don't feel like eating ice cream today. I'll have udon in 100-degree weather. Thank you very much. Oh, alright then. The four of you continue to walk as ice cream plans were further discussed. Are you getting a popsicle, Lizzie? Yes. Hearing that, Shiloh smiled shyly. I thought you might still like that. Feel like Dwarf is saying Elio can't be mean to Shiloh, not Bunny can't be mean to Shiloh. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I'm gonna get an ice cream cone. Shiloh began to turn towards Cove, but before I could ask, Cove offered up his choice. I'll get an ice cream sandwich. Oh, I want like a chocolate chip ice cream sandwich. That sounds really good right now, actually. Kind of craving some sweets. There was an ice cream stall further up the street, across from a souvenir shop, displaying postcards of the seaside and saltwater taffy in its... Ooh, saltwater taffy! It's more advantageous to Beatrix if I don't elaborate. The stand itself was already hard to miss, with its pastel pinks and blues and its eye-catching poster boards listing every individual flavor. What do I get if I follow these guidelines, by the way, Dwarf? What do I get? It was impossible to ignore once the catchy little jingle playing from its speakers were added. Shiloh greeted the owner and began picking out the treats that everyone had chosen. He paid for them before handing them out to their respective owners. Oh my god! Ikomatic! Thank you so much for subbing! Oh, thank you for giving a chromatic a sub, Jackie. Thank you. You get a useful log core nugget who, of his own volition, is working for you instead of being forcibly generated. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe I will respect Beatrix. He paid for them before handing them out to their respective owners. Around you, everyone is eating at their own pace. Liz held her popsicle away from herself, careful not to let it drip onto her dress. She was trying to go about eating it as delicately as she could while Shiloh dug into his. He counted only 2 or 3 bites before Cove... Oh, excuse me. Had devoured a sandwich. Shiloh laughed, also noticing the way Cove inhaled his food. It's already finished? Cove shrugged a little in reply, his attention more focused on crumpling up the sandwich wrapper in his hand. So, what you have been doing around here since I've been gone? Since you've been gone. Okay. I was gonna do a reference to a song, but I can't. I can't. It might be disrespectful. Oh, voice mod. I mean, I can just be nice to... I can just be nice to Beatrix. Now I can? What's that mean? Well, I already told you about me attending college away from here, so I don't really live here anymore. But to be more specific on my life, I'm pursuing a degree in architecture. Shiloh perked up at that, his mouth falling open in awe. Damn, we're gonna make buku bucks. Amazing! If you're nice to Beatrix, you can complain about Shiloh all you want, so... I'm gonna keep an eye on my cards, see just how much happens to me in this stream. See whether it's worth it. I don't wanna go all in just yet.
Thanks.
Actually, I was thinking about it, and the first time I really decided I liked buildings and building them was when you and I would make sandcastles out on the beach. Oh, thank you for gifting us sub to some toy, Chromatic. Thank you. Shiloh abandoned you, and Beatrix Senpai was nothing but nice to you, yet you're hesitating. Listen, when you're playing like a game of cards, you don't wanna like set down your cards immediately, right? You wanna check to make sure that your opponents have like lower cards than you before you go all in, right?
Aww.
Lizzie, it's such a sincere admission from your sister. All Shiloh could do was blush and lower his head, too flattered to know what else to say. Liz laughed, just as flustered though she had been the one to say it. The atmosphere was awkward, but not unpleasant. Your opponent is Shiloh, remember, Elio. Remember kindly offering your hand and being rejected. Stop doing this to me. Okay, here are your choices for voice mod, Leonix. We got Karen, Claudia, Voice Enhancer, Magic Chords, Custom Pitch, Police Bot, Ruby, Poison, or Aphonic. Beatrix Senpai kindly offered to work for you. I see. Well, in that case, I guess you don't mind taking on the brunt of his work then, huh, Twy? Police Bot? Okay. Give me 1 second. If you respect Beatrix, you'll take on his work for him, right? Hold on, give me 1 moment. I'm gonna lower that and then lower this. Here you go. Hello, can you hear me? Okay. There we go. Oh wait, I can turn this up more. Let's go. Okay. I got back an Eliotron 2000. Took the stream over. Beep boop The future is now. We will all fall into comas in very soon. Liz laughed just as flustered as she had been the one to say it. The atmosphere was awkward, but not unpleasant. Tyler shyly glanced over at you and Cove. And what about you two? What have you been up to?
Oh.
Me and Bunny just graduated. High school, I mean. Is Elio trapped in an air vent? Help me! Help me, please! Comas. Yeah, the future is now. We've fallen into comas. To live in a video game. Help me! I'm trapped in the air vent! The imposter's coming for me! What? I've got a part-time job. I volunteer at this organization to clean up stuff. Things like that. Yeah, I'm doing normal things. You thought there wasn't anything super interesting to say about your life? What you cared about was important to you, but you know it wasn't always the same for other people. Elia was venting. Says, Among Us says, speaking of, you guys know they're making a cartoon show for Among Us now? I wonder how many memes they're gonna put in it. Ella just seemed happy to hear it.
Great!
Being around him again was a little like picking up an old forgotten habit. Funky at first, but as the four of you talked, it started to come more naturally. Elvio, oh no, yeah. You would know Sesibaka. Oi, there was already a manga, yeah. I forgot what studio is doing it, but I hope it's just Happy Tree Friends with Among Us. I think, in my opinion, now, maybe I'm just a boomer. But in my opinion, Among Us seems to be more for like a kid thing now. So I don't think they would go too hard into like the violence. It'll probably be like a kid's show. And when one of you ran out of things to say, suddenly someone else remembered something new. Oh right, do you remember those mean old, not actually grandparents that used to live in our neighborhood? How they were so mean. Well, they're not here anymore. I was a kid when I watched Happy Tree Friends. I mean, same, but Coco Melon, but Among Us. I came out alright. I'm the other example of what watching Happy Tree Friends does to a motherfucker, apparently. Because I did not come out good. What's with the eyeballs? Oh no! They're not spending summers here anymore. They're still alive. Okay. Waste mod is over. I'm going back to normal. Give me one moment. Okay. Let me turn up the game volume. Back up. That might be a little loud. Let me know how it sounds. In my time, 192 years ago, children would play with sticks and buckets. A little loud? Okay, I'll turn it down a bit. Okay, how's it sound now? Thank goodness. It helped that Shiloh was just as eager to hear what had gone on in his absence as people were to tell him. Good, alright. Soon everyone threw out what trash they had in a nearby garbage can as the group made their way down to the beach. Going down the shore inevitably led to a certain spot. It didn't take very long for Shiloh to recognize what was in the distance. His words trailed off in the middle of a sentence, his footsteps faltering at first. Then, all at once, he broke away from the group and dashed right into the old park, giggling as he ran. swing's so small. His laughter petered out as he came to a stop by the swings and grabbed hold of one of the support poles. He walked in a little circle around it, marveling at how easily his hand wrapped around it its entirety. Emboldened by Shiloh's enthusiasm, Liz plopped herself down on one of the swing sets. Only to instantly show an expression of regret. There was no way she was comfortable in that tiny seat so low on the ground, not with how she had to scrunch up her legs to fit there. Shiloh creeped up behind her. He took hold of the chains of her swing, one in each hand. My love for achromatic is never small. Yeah, that's a weak one. I'll come up with something better later. Gay.
Seriously?
What are you doing? And with a grin, Shiloh started walking back. Liz shifted in her seat to look at him. You cannot be trying to push me. These are made for kids. It's never gonna work. But Shiloh just hummed and kept pulling her back. Nothing stronger than Jackie's love for Lynn. True. Resigning herself to her fate, Liz tucked her legs up as much as possible as Shiloh moved his hands to her back. With a running start, he got her forward and up as far as he could go before jumping out of the way. Liz had her eyes squeezed shut, a screech escaping her as the swing started falling backwards, and when it swung back around, there was Shiloh again to push her. She couldn't kick the ground like when you were kids. Her legs were too long for that now, but Shiloh was pushing her enough to keep the momentum going. The air was filled with their wild laughter and the almost rhythmic jingle of the swing chains. Oh hey, I must have missed the notification. Hope the stream's been going well. Oh hey there, Silk! It's going pretty alright. How's your day going? Yeah, we started a little bit ago, so you're not too late. Hello, hello! Cub sat against the bars of the jungle gym, wearing a bent smile as he watched them. He was fiddling with something, turning it over and over in his hands. When you craned your neck to get a better view, he obligingly lifted it for you to see. There was a piece of shell, one side rough and mottled gray, the other side completely smooth, revealing a faint blue sheen when it caught the light. Oh, bang well, nice. I found out how to fix the mods. I installed the lobotomy corp mods incorrectly, but I got it working now. I checked it. So we are all good now. I saw it on the beach. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good one. No, I meant Shiloh. He seems more confident than I remember. The breeze blowing in from the sea filled the resulting silence. He felt comfortable not adding anything, and Cove didn't seem to mind. Soon your sister began to speak out. Thank you for the head pats, Overtaker. Alright, I'm ready to get off now. How'd you stop this? Don't worry. Shiloh braced himself, one foot planted forward as the swing started coming back down. Then in one quick motion, he reached up and caught the chains again. The impact had his feet skidding back in the sand, but he kept his stance steady. If Liz was surprised at suddenly being brought to a halt, she didn't show it, only tilting her head up to smile at him. Shiloh had yet to catch his breath, though returned the smile just as brightly. He let go of the chains, walking around the swing set and briefly rubbing his hands together before... Thank you for take a moment. Thank you for the head pats. I like how I don't even need to say anything. You guys know. Don't even need to say anything how I'm feeling right now. Thank you for the head pats, Moggy. Let me do one of my arm exercises real fast. Arm exercise through the pain. He let go of the chains, walking around the swing set and briefly rubbing his hands together before offering one to Liz, which she graciously accepted, needing the help to get out of the tiny seat while I get into my tiny seat. Then the two of them made their way back over to Ewan Cove. Liz was looking more ruffled than usual, and her sun hat was off kilter. Having held on for dear life for the entire ride, she took a moment to straighten her outfit back into place. That looked like fun. Pourquoi? It was. Even though you were just pushing me on the swings? Yeah, that was the fun part.
Huh.
Hey, Shiloh, you got an idea of what our lives would have been like since you've been gone. But I've been wondering what happened to you after you moved away. Hey, Jackie, I have a request. If you're still here, Jackie. Shiloh's eyes went wide, as if it was surprising to hear. You couldn't recall him talking about himself when you were all telling stories, but maybe he hadn't been able to find the right timing. He brought his hand to his chin, tapping it thoughtfully as he looked up and to the side. Well, what happened was my mom decided to move back to the south, closer to where I was born. We stayed there for a few years until she got another job offer in California again, thanks to a connection she had here. It was a really good job at a private boarding school, so we decided to take it. With a wide grin, he said the next part. And as a bonus, her kid, me, gets to attend the school and live in the dorms for free. I've been there since my second year of middle school. Ellie was in so much pain. At least this is the most outright confirmation that they live in California. Yay! They're nearby. Oh yeah, Jackie, could I ask you to redeem the sing a song, but not the one where you choose the song? Could I ask you to do that? Pretty soon, I'm gonna be starting my last year of high school. Liz leaned towards him with an attentive smile on her face. Thank you. It is done, thank you. This is not related at all to what is going on in the game. I'm just singing a song that Jackie redeemed. I'm about to sing a high-tech song. Shut up! Shut up! I'm going to sing this song. I'm not even gonna say what the song is. Thank you, King Karaoke. Here's the thing, we started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. You dedicated, you took the time. Wasn't long till I called you mine. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. All you ever hear me say is how I pictured me with you. That's all you'd ever hear me say. But since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. I'm so moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, how can I put it? You put me on. I even fell for that stupid love song. Yeah, yeah, since you've been gone. Come, I'd never hear you say I just wanna be with you. I guess you never felt that way. Since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. So moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, you had your chance, you blew it. Out of sight, out of mind. Shut your mouth, I just can't take it. Again and again and again and again. Since you've been gone, I can breathe for the first time. So moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Can breathe for the first time. So moving on, yeah, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get. You should know that I get what I want. Except for Baxter's DLC, since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Not related to the game I'm playing, by the way. I was just singing a nice song. Except for Baxter's DLC. Love you singing, Ellie. Thank you. This feels like complaining. No, I was just singing a song that Jackie requested. I was just playing a song that Jackie requested. That's it. Twy, did you call out that I was gonna sing since you've been gone before I even started singing it? Totally unrelated to the game I'm playing. Mentions Backstreet's DLC. We be a little silly sometimes. Elio's singing calms the suffering. It was not dedicated to Shiloh. I wonder, that's not true. You told Jackie to redeem. No, look at Jackie. Jackie just said in chat, thank you for singing as I requested, 100%. See? Do you think I was AFK or something? Look at the message from Jackie. Look at the message from Jackie. Jackie never requested which song. Yes, I did. Jackie could, Jackie specifically redeemed the one you get to pick, which you told Jackie to do. That's, we agreed in DMs, on what song to sing before she even redeemed it. I totally was not asked to redeem it by request, yeah. LFE, read the text for 5,000 points. Okay, so you chose the song. Elbow lap. Let's move on. Also, God, this chair's like noise is driving me insane. The leather, because of how hot it is. So if you kill someone, a viable defense is to say, I was told to do it. I mean, if they asked you to kill them, maybe. Hydrate after the sing. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Alright. Let's continue. Have you been doing well there? Getting good grades? Got any friends? At the list of questions, Shiloh held his hands in front of himself as if they were physical things he could stave off.
Yeah.
To everything. It can be a little hard sometimes because of how people are in that school, but I'm happy. How people are? Cole couldn't guess what that meant, but Liz folded her arms scowling. Don't tell me there's more people like that Nate guy hanging around. Wait, Nate? The guy I had a crush on in high school that looked like Makoto Yuki? I mean, this is set in California, so it could be. Shiloh rubbed at his cheek, laughing nervously. He glanced from the bars of the jungle gym to the laces of his shoes to the trees swaying in the distance, unsure of where to rest his gaze. Not exactly. Nate doesn't mean to be mean. He just kind of is. He's the school's #1 performer for athletics and academics. Damn. He always takes on so much responsibility that the only possible way he can finish it all is if absolutely nothing goes wrong. But that's impossible, so he's always stressed and ready to snap. He can't handle it when someone seems to be causing a problem. That's why during the field trip, he was upset when I went off on my own like that. Still, he's really smart and reliable and sensitive, and he cares a lot. Most of the time, he doesn't even realize his way of dealing with stuff upsets other people. Cove had a patient smile on his face, listening earnestly as Shiloh rattled off his list of Nate's good traits. You know him pretty well. Are you actually friends? Well, not exactly. Are you halfway friends? Me and Nate are in the same after-school group. About once a month, me, 6 other students, and a supervisor get together to talk. We did it all of last year, and I think next year we're gonna be in the same group again. I hope so. Huh. Me and Nate are in the same after-school group, so two of Elio's former crushes. Despite Shiloh vouching for him, you still weren't convinced that Nate could be any sort of pleasant to be around. Liz vigorously nodded along with you in total agreement. Personally, I'd still appreciate having a word with Nate about his communication skills. Her tone of voice was low and pointed. You'd be worried for Nate, if not for the playful smile that accompanied her words. Shiloh let out a little laugh at that. I do have Nate's number, but he wouldn't pick up. People in my group only answer when they feel like hearing from me, so usually I have to wait for them to call. What? Either that or they never even consider answering my calls or calling me or talking to me at all, unless the supervisor forces them to. I was gonna make a comment, but I'm not sure if that counts as complaining about Shiloh or if that counts as complaining about the friend group. It was such a bleak description of his dynamic with his group, but he didn't seem to realize it until he glanced up and saw the concerned looks on everyone's faces. Elio trying his hardest not to say, I would do this. I feel like you've already kind of blew your shot on with the song bit. No, I didn't! Do you guys think I blew it with the song bit? I was just singing a song. His smile fell. He hastened to add one more thing. Well, except for one who will always answer for sure. Oh? She immediately perked up. Yes?
Really?
So, that's a friend of yours? You didn't cover your tracks correctly. You didn't think that coercing the person with the most points to redeem a song that you picked specifically to stop the stream to sing that is not you airing grievance? You say it like that. If you ask Jackie to redeem sing a song you choose, then yes, but you chose the song. Thank you for the blessing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So Shiloh LaBeouf is back. Yeah, he is. Hi, Mellow. Uh-huh. He hesitated to answer, something Cole picked up on. That's a good idea. Actually, hold on. Wait, what? Not exactly? Yeah, I like to be friends, though. Alright. Liz crossed her arms together once more, grim-faced like she was the commander of a ship about to lead her little crew into battle. I think an amazing meme is incoming. Oh. Oh. Lord. Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen. Oops. You should call them right now. What? If you want to be friends with them, I can help you. If you're gonna be in the same group again, then you should at least try to get along. No, I couldn't. He quickly grew flustered, his tongue stumbling over his sentences. I don't want to be a bother.
I mean...
Liz, what are we gonna do? Watch him while he talks to someone on the phone? No, Cove. Shiloh. The last syllable of Shiloh's name trailing off into nothing. It soon became clear Liz had not fully thought out the plan yet, but she wouldn't be Liz if she just stopped there. Yeah. God's ruined him. Shiloh could put them on a video call and we could all talk together, of course. She clapped her hands together, a wide smile on her face that didn't leave room for dissenting opinions. This is a bit of a high-level meme and cursed, but it's probably fine. What the hell are you making?
Alright.
It's a good idea. It'll work. It's a great idea. It's a terrible idea. Yeah, it's a great idea. Shiloh, get out your phone. Wait, what? They put Bowser in a jar in the movie. What? Can guess at the context technically. Wait, really? What? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What? What? Wait, that's Buffrico! I have seen Buffrico, but it's been forever since I've seen Buffrico. Oh god. No. God. And forget it, I'm deleting it. Oh, it's cause Lyko said Shiloh Buff. Never understood the joke behind Buff Riku. He's buff. He's Riku. What more do you need? I mean, all my fellow Kingdom Hearts fans are cringing now. I mean, at least it's not... Well, actually, I wouldn't mind seeing Riku x Mickey. Cove gave a long, suffering sigh. Me too, Cove. Come on, Shiloh. We'll just talk to them. Say that we're your friends from out of town. The worst that could happen is nothing changes. Shut your bitch ass up, Cove. Once I have more chances to talk to you, I know they'll be convinced to be better friends. It's gonna turn out okay. Okay, that's cursed. You had a meltdown over an argument totally unrelated to you. Awesome job, Cove. Okay, well, since you guys all agreed that me singing the song equals me complaining about Shiloh, I can just be 100% myself for the rest of the stream then. I don't have to watch my words. Shiloh stalled to answer, but his hand was already hovering over one of the pockets of his pants. Alright, we can talk. Yes. Liz clenched a hand into a fist, cheering as Shiloh officially reached into the pocket and pulled out his phone. This loser doesn't even have a picture for the person he likes. Elio, don't ask for Riku x Mickey if you don't want Riku x Mickey. I want Riku x Mickey. I have my tablet on my lap. I'm here. I'm ready. I like Riku x Mickey. It's a good ship. You noticed it was the same type of model as your own, but his had a red case around it. Yeah. I am interested in playing what was their name? GB Patch's other games. I do want to play XOXO Droplets and then the other Our Life game. Eventually. Noticed it was the same type of model as your own, but his had a red case around it. The screen lit up and Shiloh requested a video call with some number in his contacts. None of them on the list had names. Must remember what number belongs to. Who just lists people as their numbers? What the hell? Not even a name? Not even an emoji? He inched closer to the three of you so everyone could hear better. I have to live with the forbidden information. Vaguely, you wondered how this looked from the outside. 4 teenagers on the verge of adulthood hanging out on an old playground all huddled up around a single phone? Strange? Suspicious? Puts Riku x Mickey in my book of cursed shit to avoid along the section of Kingdom Hearts self-assessed ships? The ringing of the phone broke you out of your musings. You kept your eyes on it, your heart speeding at the end of each dial tone, thinking, could this be it? Only to have another startup? I occasionally do that. Well, I mean like actually putting them in your contacts list, but not giving them a name. What's the point of putting them in your contacts list then? I'm gonna I'm about to complain. I asked someone to grab me some melatonin because I was low. Oh, I can't have melatonin. It does not work on me. They paid $12 for a children's pack of gummies. Oh, no. I had to eat 10 of these. Oh my god. That sucks. What the fuck? Yeah. It's weird. It's weird if you're like putting them in your contact list, not giving them names. The ringing of the phone broke you out of your musings. You catch your eyes on it, your heart speeding at the end of each dial tone, thinking, could this be it? Only to have another start up. It had been ringing for a while when you started to think of what Cove said about all of you watching as Shiloh talked on the phone. Maybe even that wouldn't happen. Shiloh could sense the awkwardness in the air, smiling to try to dispel it. This is normal, don't worry. Oh, I thought it was maybe the recent calls, not the contacts, so I was a bit distracted. Yeah, no. It completely makes sense for me for the recent calls. But like, if you put it in your contact list, why not give them a name? Just as he said it, the call ended, not even going to voicemail. Shiloh clicked to redial. He never answers on the first call. He always does on the second. That's how he is. At least with most people. There are exceptions. What kind of system is this dude? You, Liz, and Cove furtively shared ambiguous looks, none of you wanting to accidentally discourage Shiloh. Then you focused on the phone again as it started to ring once more. Is this like a drug cartel? The jingling suddenly cut off in the middle, followed by the faint sound of white noise. With a big smile and flushed cheeks, Shiloh brought the phone up to his face. Dial tone? You mean dial town? A voice low and groggy came rasping out of the speakers. Hello. Well, it's getting late, so I should go sleep. Hope you won't be in too much pain from Shiloh for much longer. Hang in there. I'll have a good night, Shug. See you later. Shiloh, on the other hand, was much more chipper. My parents do the same to avoid spam calls. If it's important, they will call again. Really? Most people I know do not call back if they call you the first time. They won't even leave like voicemails. My therapist just calls me once, and if I don't pick up, she just does not call again.
Hi.
I'm visiting a town I used to live in when I was little, and I wanted to introduce my group mate to the people I knew back then. Some of them have already met Nate. Can you say hey to them too? And with that rushed introduction, Shiloh stuck the phone out towards Cove, gesturing for him to greet the person on the other end. Although Cove hasn't been on board in the beginning, the only indication of that now was the lopsided tilt of his smile. He turned his gaze down to the screen, opening his mouth to speak. My mom does that, and she has occasionally missed calls. Yeah, I feel like if I did not pick up my phone when someone calls me and it doesn't give me the spam call, I think all of my jobs that I have worked for would hate me, because they just call you once and that's it. My mom, why didn't they call to tell me that? Twine his head. What if they did, but you didn't reply? Only to stutter to a complete stop. All Cove could do was sputter and gape at the screen. His reaction had Shiloh's brow crinkling in worry. What? Shiloh's groupmate didn't sound particularly impressed with how this conversation was going so far. Shiloh frowned, retracting his arm away from Cove. As he did so, the screen tilted towards you, and you caught a glimpse of what was on the screen. Whoops. Light green hair, sharp orange eyes, shadowed with bags, and icy pale skin, all tied together to make up the scowling face of a person who clearly had no desire. Wait, he kind of looks... That's the kid? Wait. Shitty little grandma. Wait, what was his name? Jeremy? Is this fucking Jeremy? This is the kid I punched the lights out of? I knew him. A flood of memories arose, flashes of that one summer years ago at this very same park. You holding onto an arrangement of fruit, Derek and Cove at your side, me punching the shit out of him. And that kid, mean as a tiny chihuahua, snapping at everyone who dared to come close. Don't. Overtake her. Oh no. Wait, we lost him. Quick, I have the food!
Okay.
His arm shifted as he moved his finger towards the end call button. Shiloh almost dropped the phone in a panic. You punched Germa 985. Wait. Cub still couldn't take his wide eyes off the phone. He spoke now in a very small voice, almost a squeak. He looks good, not gonna lie. I don't blame Overtaker, but not simp-worthy. Never mind, I heard the voice. Jeremy? Well, that explains why there was no name. It's not Squirrel, it was Jeremy. Goddamn. Yeah. His reply was mildly annoyed at this point. What the hell happened to you? You don't have a bowl cut or nerd glasses anymore. How did you know his name was Jeremy? You didn't tell them? No, I only called you somebody from my group at school. Jeremy regarded Cove cautiously, for the first time giving the situation a little of his focus. I blame Overtaker because as a kid he was just a brat. Cove bristled, sucking in a long, deep, dramatic breath. You guys didn't believe.
Oh my god.
All at once he started shouting, and not just with his voice. He waved his arms around, gesturing wildly with his hands as he repeatedly yelled, "Oh my god," with all sorts of inflections. Oh my god! Oh my god! At these antics, Jeremy gave a short huff of a sigh through his teeth, the sound tinny over the phone's speakers. What is this, Shiloh? Are you trying to make me suffer? I'm still mad about what happened at the amusement park. I was on your side, you know. Wow, you should have grown up and matured so much. You're totally different. Elio beat the nerd out of him. Liz, who had been entirely lost this whole time, finally spoke up. I still don't believe.
Huh?
What happened at the amusement park? Fuck you, Shiloh. Every moment I have to look at you, I want to rip my eyes out. No one paid that question any mind. Derek is literally right there. I feel bad for Jeremy. Huh? Why? Because of Shiloh. But Jeremy was way worse than Shiloh. Sorry, Elio. Shouldn't you be thanking me then if Jeremy's worse because I punched him? I don't know what's going on. Have you met each other before? Oh yeah, my fists met his face pretty well. Nope. It was an immediate reply from Jeremy, but then those stinging eyes squinted. Wait. I don't care about past Shiloh, but this Shiloh would be awesome. Hold on. I have the perfect video. Hold on. I can find it easily, right? Here it is. I found it. I will offer him some help. Shut the fuck up, Elio. Here, if you want to know my sordid history with Shiloh, watch that. You can go hang out with Jeremy in their other games. XOXO Blood Droplets. I have no idea if you can actually kiss him though. Really? I don't think you were actually allowed to hit him. What? I thought I hit him. Wait. There was a flash of recognition there as he leaned his head forward and scrutinized the both of you. Sorry, because I thought you'd say Shiloh is worse. Oh. Curse, I didn't want. I mean, I hated Jeremy enough to punch his lights out, so. His already wide frown somehow found a way to grow deeper at his realization. Thus, Jeremy was literally just an annoying, spoiled brat. You were trying, but you got stopped. What the fuck?
Oh, it's you people. Again.
Elio, why the fuck is this in Korean? Wait, it's in Korean? I just googled Elio Lappy TikTok. Anyway. It still works the same. The screen instantly went blank. Shiloh gasped, looking from his phone to the rest of the group. Thank you. Derek and Cove stopped you. God damn it. What on earth is wrong with you? You googled your own TikTok. Yeah, I forgot my login for TikTok. That's why I haven't been making TikToks. He hung up. Jeremy doesn't just hang up on people like that. What happened? Don't look at me. I've never met that kid before. You could feel Cove's stare poking and prodding at the side of your head. Caught his expression wide-eyed and tense. You knew what happened. Cove knew what happened, but he wasn't giving any answer to Shiloh. I punched him. He earned it.
What?
You what? Okay. Bunny, really? Okay, I did punch him. You resisted the urge to grin and simply shrugged. I gotta call him back. You can make up. I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up. He got what was coming to him. Talk shit, get hit. Shiloh's gaze met yours for a split second. You couldn't quite read his expression. And then he turned his attention back to redialing the number. Oh yeah, I'll respond to you in a later then, Mello? Bitch, make up with the hot lad. Oh hell no, he was a shitty brat. Make up and make out. Bruh. Overtaker, I'll fight you on that. Oh my god. Are we gonna have another civil war over our life? The phone rang out for a long time. Long enough that you were surprised when Jeremy actually picked up. He answered with an even longer sigh. Very morally consistent. You cannot be forgiven for the sins you committed when you were like 11. Good job, Elio. You called Kyra mid. You know I didn't mean it like that.
What?
Shiloh held the phone close to his face, looking down at the screen with large apologetic eyes. Is Shiloh? You know. He keeps blushing when he looks at Jeremy. Are you okay? It'd be better if you hadn't called back.
Aww.
Jeremy, can't we talk it over? I don't want any of us fighting.
Do I have to?
Fuck, I hate it. I like his voice. And I like his design. No! 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 I punched him. Yeah, I think so. Shiloh held his phone out towards you and Cove once more. Next to you, Cove glared defensively and silently. He's a simp, said it. I can answer that, but I won't. I refuse to speak. Waiting, your jaw clenched. No one said anything for a while. He has a great voice and design. They can't keep hurting us like this. Finally, Jeremy's shoulders dipped slightly. He made the most exaggerated sigh you'd ever heard, since the previous one at least. What the fuck is up, Kyle?
Sorry.
I don't remember exactly what I did or what I said to you, but sorry. Oh, he's trying to play the more mature one with me. What? Jeremy sighed again. You were sensing a pattern. His gaze rolled over to Cove. I do know what I was like as a kid. Well, okay, but who is that apology for? Better be for me and Bunny. Shouldn't be hard. He spoke sternly, though there was no hiding the shakiness present. That didn't matter. Cove coming to your defense by confronting Jeremy brought a warm smile to your face. Cove is the best. Baxter is the best. Starry Bunny Boy, Civil War. Jeremy is the best. Planet Overtaker. Jeremy, on the other hand, continued to be unimpressed. The corner of his lip twitched. Please, God, act like the adult you technically are. I didn't need to know what the teenaged guy equivalent of a smooshy squeak is, but now I do. Thanks for that. A small offended noise escaped Cove. Unfortunately, it was also squeaky sounding. Oh, you sound just like me. His face immediately burned red with embarrassment. That's my squeak toy you're talking about. With your thumb, you pointed at Cove for added emphasis. Cove huffed in disbelief, but he couldn't fight the smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. I love the technically there. Like, for all faults and pretenses, I would not be, but I am. Jeremy didn't react at all. He continued watching the four people on the other end of the unwanted call, lackadaisically.
Whatever.
Apologies for whoever. Anyone who had to deal with me back then wasn't having a good time. Bunny just had the spine not to take it, and that's whatever. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm seeing... Jeremy has had more character development than I have. I'll say it. Jeremy has had more character development than I have. Yeah. He apologized, so fair, yeah. Yeah. He recognizes that he was a piece of shit that deserved to get hit. So, you know what? Good. Amazed, Cove took a few processing moments before he could respond. He blinked and rubbed the back of his neck. Oh, thanks. I mean, it's no problem? Oh, whoops. I've still got my eyes on you. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, this is honestly incredible. Excitement built up in your chest at this opportunity to speak to Jeremy again. This conversation was the absolute last thing you had expected today. Your smile widened. Sounds like Vanitas from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. I don't think it would be the same VA because it's mostly like indie VAs. But yeah, I can kind of hear it. Whatever. It's not hard, the bar is very low. You have the character development of an overpowered isekai protag. Following Cove's gaze, you watched it dart from Shyla to Jeremy, openly wondering what had happened to Jeremy over these past few years. Oh, I got a bonk, chat. That was one bark too many overtaker. Alright, give me one moment. Okay, here we go. Alright. Time to bonk, chat. I regret nothing. Hold on, I'm cooking. No. It is bonk time. Give me your food, or else you'll get bonked even harder. Bonka 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 bonk. Alright. Get rid of that. I'll shield you, Lynn. Joint collab, DMing you. Need advice. Oh, my head hurts. Alright. Following Cove's eye, you watch it dart from Shiloh to Jeremy, openly wondering what had happened to Jeremy over these past few years. Oh no, he's hot! So you're nice now?
Nope.
I don't throw tantrums or pick fights anymore, but I'm not nice. Jeremy shook his head in disbelief. That squeak toy comment wasn't a compliment, you know. Wait, what? You don't like squeaky toys? I don't have the energy to just get angrily worked up like I used to as a kid. It's all pointless anyway. Now I'm just miserable. Oh, nothing in life matters. Okay. So you're a doomer. His tone was even grumblier than usual, and dragged the syllables out on the last word for extra emphasis. Oh. An awkward laugh escaped Shiloh, then his mouth pulled into a demure smile. Don't let that... why can't I talk? Don't let what Jeremy says about himself get you too down. He's got people who care about him and make sure he's okay, like me. He's a changed man, Elio. I guess so. Don't listen to Shiloh. Basically, he's a Squall Leonhardt or a Makoto Yuki. Oh, when you say it like that, now I have to simp for him. Oh my god. I'm still not over the fact that the two of you actually know each other. That got a snort out of Jeremy. Yes, fellow doomer, yeah. Me neither. Okay, seriously, how long am I meant to be out of the loop here? Her expression twisted in frustration as Liz rubbed her right temple. Why am I the only one who doesn't know this kid? Shiloh goes to school with him, that's fine, but how'd the two of you meet him and I didn't? Hey, you remember that day I came home with like blood all over my fists, Liz? Well, technically you did meet him because that was part of his body. You were there, I think. He was around town one summer, maybe 5 years ago. Is that all? No, I beat the shit out of him. Yeah, I would have figured Shiloh would steer clear of Jeremy. Yeah, what's going on with Shiloh, huh? While Liz seemed a bit underwhelmed, Shiloh appeared to be utterly amazed. He had to hold back a small laugh.
Really?
You knew Jeremy as a little kid? What was he like? I've only known him for 1.5 years. Well... Nerd! Sorry. His voice immediately hushed into nothing. You could see Cove wince just thinking of the past encounters. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You could already picture past Jeremy in your mind. He was horrible. Yeah, it didn't matter what happened. He was mad about everything. He was more than just mad about everything. He was cool. To be fair, Liz, we tried telling you about Jeremy before, but you were like, oh, that's weird, whatever, anyways. Jeremy's expression didn't give away a single sign of what he might have been thinking. He continued to blandly stare at you both up until he finally spoke. Keep berating him. His doomer persona is not affected.
Yep.
That sounds like me. At that confirmation, Shiloh burst into uncontrolled laughter. Even when he calmed moments later, gasping for breath, there was still a wide grin plastered on his face. I can't even imagine Jeremy being like that. I can't imagine him not being like that. They both chuckled again. Cove's mouth pulled into a bent smile. I just know Cove was about to do a Jeremy impression. He was so ready. I didn't want to like embarrass him or make things awkward. I do kind of want to see it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to see it.
Really?
Ooh. Oh, you got an impression of me, huh? Cove's body stiffened in fear. Jeremy leaned forward just a bit. Sure, go ahead. Do it. Jeremy spoke dispassionately, but it somehow still felt like a dare.
Yeah.
That'd be great! Cove shifted nervously on his feet and took a deep breath in and out to calm himself. Okay, I can do it. Yay! Amused, you watched as Cove closed his eyes and recalled the memory. His brows furrowed and his mouth pulled into a harsh frown. Ugh, everyone is so dumb. There's not a single good thing in the world, and every bad thing that happens is targeting me personally. I hate people and phone calls are stupid. Why does anyone have to talk to me? God. Yeah, I'm just gonna laugh. That put a large grin on your face. You always enjoyed it whenever Cove broke this impression out. Oh, poor Cove. Jeremy's expression didn't give away a single sign of what he might have been thinking. He stared blankly for the duration of it all.
That would be awkward.
Yep, that's right. I could probably try to do an impression of what I remember you being like back then, but it doesn't seem like you changed much. I don't want to make you cry. That would be awkward. Holy shit. You could feel Cove bristling next to you as Jeremy spoke so matter-of-factly. It was hard to tell if he meant to be rude or was just making an honest assessment of Cove. Either way, you could tell that your neighbor was taken aback by how Jeremy quickly turned the tables on him. At that confirmation, Shiloh burst into uncontrolled laughter. Okay. Wow, that was evil. I love it.
Well,
Gross.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, I went way too far back. Okay, I guess I...
well,
Hold on. I went too far ahead. Okay, here we go. Jeremy hasn't made fun of my eyebrows once this whole conversation. Unbelievable. Huh. Jeremy blinked and focused all of his attention onto Cove. His eyes unmistakably narrowed in on the eyebrows. He didn't say anything at first, then his words came out in a mumble. That makes sense. I guess insulting eyebrows is just what I did as a kid. What does that mean? What do you think it means? You weren't the only kid in the world with bad eyebrows, and you're not the only one I picked on for it. I wasn't? You couldn't help yourself, could you? Nope. Oh, so what made their eyebrows bad? Are you curious if yours are better by terrible eyebrow standards, at least? No? Incredulously, Cove looked from Jeremy to you, and then back to him again. You had to question if you heard that right. He spoke the word sigh instead of actually sighing. Oh my god. People that actually just say sigh are the worst. Noticing the reaction, Jeremy sighed for real, but he continued on to answer Cove's question. The guy has particularly odd hair coloring. White hair, but only on the top of his head. Wait, what? Every other strand on his body is dark brown, including his immensely bushy eyebrows. He was born that way. It's not dyed. So you were the scarred boy with dumb wavy eyebrows, and he was the white-haired boy with stupid caterpillar eyebrows. Ow. Unexpectedly, a loud gasp came from Shiloh at that description. No, you picked on Prawn for his eyebrows? Okay, done cooking. Oh, welcome back, dwarf. I did. I'm sure you find that hilarious. No, that's not very funny. You look like you're laughing though, Shiloh. So he said, but Shiloh was smothering laughter. The unconvinced note in Jeremy's voice didn't surprise you. Okay, wait. Give me a second. Let me just... Jeremy rolled his eyes in the slowest, most exaggerated way possible. When he made a complete circle, he spoke flatly while Shiloh broke out into a fit of giggles. There. Who's Prawn? Cove knows him too?
Well...
Wait. Wait. Why did I say it like that? Shiloh knows him too, not Cove. Jeremy and Prawn had known each other for a long time. They managed to go to the same boarding school later on. I met them both there in the spring of last year. We're all group mates. Jeremy's gaze slid away from Shiloh. He looked somewhere between you and Cove. Prawn and I met about 4.5 years ago, back when I was still an intolerant brat, and Prawn was meek. I can only imagine how amazing that combination was. Yeah, let's make those group meetings awkward. Nope, somehow, some way, for some reason, Prawn chose to stubbornly stick with me for as long as we've known each other. He's my best friend. What? I guess I got gifted a sub somewhere else, so I can do this now. Oh, that's a cute. That is a cute emote. I must ask again for the Giga Chad emote with a twist. Let me see. Thank you for the blessing. Let me look at the. Okay, yeah, I'll add this one. I'll add this one. Now that is a good Giga Chad. And since I'm at it, I'm gonna add one myself too. Let's see. What one to add? God, I hate the... What are they called again? The like Reddit comic things. The Reddit comic guys. Okay, anyway, I added this one. I add yes, yes. There we go. What are you adding? I added that. That's what I added. Alright, fine. It's surprising, I know. I have a best friend, but it's the caterpillar brow guy of all people. But I guess things balanced out in the end. Ron's timid nature is good and dead. He grew up to be colder than even me. I'm mopey and he's broody. Perfect match. 2 peas and I ruined everyone's life pod.
Gross.
Don't quote Everett. Shiloh, why are you friends with these people? Cove whined after Jeremy snapped his last remark. Now, who's Everett? You don't want to know. Yeah, you don't want to know. Shiloh hummed and he watched his 3-year-old friends with an amused smile. He was having fun. Before he could say anything, Jeremy continued. Everett is also a part of the group, unfortunately. Are these all like boys you can date in XOXO? Blood droplets or something? But he chose not to elaborate further than that. Liz sighed this time. Does he know? You could feel her frustration. You couldn't blame her for that. She hadn't been able to participate much at all. She didn't know Jeremy then, so there was no basis for reminiscing now, and there was a 10-year gap in her history with Shiloh. The whole situation struck an odd chord with you. 2 boys that you knew separately came to know each other, and now they know each other much better than they knew any of you. Shiloh was almost a stranger. Yeah, maybe he should stay a stranger! Yeah, I was on the same page as Liz. Well, on the surface it was fun. At the end of the day, you didn't really know either of them. It was uncomfortable letting reality sink in. Shiloh was almost a stranger to you. How the turntables. Now Liz is the third wheel in all this. Turning to the three of you, Shiloh smiled apologetically. You wondered if he was picking up on how in the dark you, Liz, and Cove were feeling. He was perceptive when he wanted to be. At least, that's what you remembered of Shiloh. Who knew what he was like now? Hey, is there anything you want to hear about Jeremy? I can tell you all about him. We should get to know each other better. Don't do that. It'll be okay. Jeremy whined, but Shiloh brushed his complaints off. He remained happily focused on the rest of you, and Liz seemed to perk up at the conversation shift. That sounds great. We should get to know Jeremy. So, who wants to go first? Not me! Despite being eager, it was obvious that Liz didn't have any ideas herself. Jeremy let out a very long sigh. Oh god. Okay, yeah, when... I'm gonna take a guess and assume he is one of three things. He is either a Scorpio, that's my first guess, or he's a Cancer, or he's a Gemini. Wait, no! He's a Taurus? I'm compatible with him? Hold on. No. I am not compatible with him. Jeremy is so strong for not immediately hanging up and blocking Shiloh's number. Why is that the first conclusion you come to? Every time I hear someone's a Taurus, I'm like, oh, I'm compatible with you. Jeremy refused to comment on that. Instead, he rolled his eyes. Yeah, can I get your number? What? Why?
Alright.
Sure. Ignoring Jeremy again, Shiloh immediately started listing off the number for you. Jeremy grimaced while you contentedly saved it in your contact list. Also, like him or else you're ruining the image I made. In front of Cove? I've done worse in front of Cove. Let me see. Yeah, how tall are you? No, I don't even want to. I don't know. Do I want to ask that? Yeah, what hobbies you have? Reading and crafty handiwork type of stuff. Oh, and archery. Jeremy is really talented. Jeremy is an insert sign made for me. You deserve the fucking sand. Seriously? That's really cool. Jeremy scoffed at the compliments. He clearly wanted to move on from the conversation. That had Shiloh giggling. He smiled down at the screen. Jeremy isn't in anything official, but he does have someone he goes on dates with from time to time. Oh? You called that dating. And I call it punishment for all the wrongdoings in this life. Cove scrunched his face and glanced at you like he wasn't sure he heard Jeremy correctly. Shiloh smiled understandingly. It's complicated. She makes him happy against his will. I'm assuming this is the main character of XOXO? How unfortunate? Shiloh started chuckling again. Jeremy, on the other hand, let out a loud sigh, clearly done with the current topic. She, pack it up, boys. He's straight! No! I don't really want to know anything else. Yeah, okay, what happened to the bowl cut and glasses? He has a bowl cut? That sent Shiloh into a fit of laughter. While Jeremy shook his head disapprovingly, through chuckles, Shiloh continued with his best guess.
Right.
Hang on, he may be bi, maybe. I apparently heard that from someone that Shiloh is confirmed straight, and I'm like, no wonder. No wonder. His mom and dad probably decided that back then and now he picked. Or they developed new taste over the years. As for his glasses, Jeremy wears contacts at school. And when he's out and about, but he still wears glasses when he's home or working part-time at his parents' hobby shop. Yeah, I want to see him with the big-ass, like, grandpa glasses. God, he looks so good he could probably pull it off. Yeah, that's everything I can think of. Cool, thanks for asking. Cove, do you have any questions for Jeremy? Everyone is bi until proven otherwise. Schrodinger's bisexual, I call it. I agree. Stunned, it took Cove a moment to recover from being put on the spot. But ultimately, his eyes shifted from Shiloh's and locked with Jeremy's. They remained like that long enough that it was as if they could speak telepathically. Alright, yeah, I have a question, but Shiloh can't answer. Fine, ask me. Let's get it over with. Copium. What did you think of me? Even if you don't think I'm tough or something, do you still feel like I'm stupid and wrong about everything? A crack formed in Jeremy's lackadaisical expression. His barely open eyes lifted a little more, but he still spoke flatly. My opinion on stuff is basically the least important thing you could ever worry about. It's pointless. Oh, well, I'm still asking, so... I hope to God Jeremy just says, I was pretty sure you were gay, and I'm right, LMAO owned. Cove, right? That's your name. Cove nodded. There was a tint of pink in his cheeks as he bashfully rubbed his arm. You're saying that, and then this happening towards him.
Okay.
Okay, Cove. You seem like a guy who cares a lot about things that don't matter. It sounds pretty dumb to me. I outgrew that years ago. Being as soft as you act, isn't something that I would ever do, basically. But you know what the absolute dumbest thing really is? Cove shook his head with creased brows. He then leaned forward just a bit, like he couldn't risk not hearing what revelation Jeremy was gonna bestow on him. Making yourself miserable if you don't have to be. Oh. If you and the rest of the people here have a way to enjoy existence, then you should go ahead and do that. Stay gentle and happy, dumb eyebrow guy. Why are you so depressed then, Jeremy? You can be happy too, Jeremy.
You have my approval, if that's what you wanted.
I hope you all have wonderful lives and suffer as little as possible. Wow. The word tumbled out softly. Cove was earnestly surprised by Jeremy's words. Same, to be honest. Are you Jeremy?
Thank you.
And you know what's not gonna make you stay happy? Why are you so depressed then? Oh, it's because Jeremy. Oh, that not me. Why? What? Bro, who hurt you? Apart from Elio that one time. Talking to a downer like me. So really, you should end this conversation right now, and none of you should ever call me again for the rest of our lives. Maybe like 10 years ago. Now I'm only like that on the inside. Oh, no. Yeah, you gotta go from nothing in life matters to nothing in life matters. That sounds good. Can I hang up already? Oh, wait, Jeremy, I can't never call you again. Shut up, Shiloh. Unfazed, Shiloh laughed with the tilt of his head. Building something good up only to try undercutting it. That's the Jeremy I know.
Sorry.
That little laugh. Gonna fucking strangle you, I swear to God, I know what you are. This behavior. It's unacceptable. I thought you guys wanted me to like Jeremy. That was too perfect. Damn, he looks good when he smirks. The word dripped with sarcasm and was accompanied by a smirk. It was the first time you saw him smile this entire time. You mean to tell me Shiloh is straight? And he's blushing at this guy so much? He ain't gay? I could have swore I read that Shiloh is straight. This is not straight behavior, Shiloh. Cope piped up meekly, an awkward smile of his own on his face. I don't blame you for liking him, and ditto. Maybe my opinion is totally skewed, because I'm comparing things now to how Jeremy used to be, but I mean, you don't seem that bad. Damn it, I think my sister just saw me chopping Clark's Mickey. Oh my god. What? Dang, who wouldn't blush at this guy? Same. Cove needed to look away from Jeremy's painfully sharp eyes to finish his thought. Maybe he doesn't know he's in the closet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Shiloh's in the closet. He thinks he's straight, but this is homosexual behavior, Shiloh. You are so bi.
I mean,
I'd probably be okay with talking to you again. Oh, come on. You can have standards. I don't. I'm straight and this guy could sweep me off my feet. Jeremy groaned loudly at your acceptance of him. Your smile only widened in amusement, and Liz clapped her hands. Wonderful.
Good.
Now that we're so much closer to this Jeremy kid, I think we can all get along together and be friends. Friends? Jeremy repeated the word back like it was a foreign phrase. He genuinely didn't seem to understand. That's right. If we keep working on it, I don't see why the five of us can't be friends. You didn't even really talk to him, Liz. He stared at Liz incredulously for several moments. Her expression twisted into fresh confusion of her own. Okay, 3 things. First, I already have one whole friend, and that's more than enough. Second, I still don't know who you are. Did you even say your name at any point? And most importantly, third, one of the people in this friendship is Shiloh Fields. He and I aren't gonna be friends. Why not? And I'm Liz, by the way. Yeah, why won't you be friends with Shiloh? Liz is stalling for Shiloh, don't mind her, based. Because he's Shiloh. We know the reason why she can't talk without probably simping like everyone in chat along with Elio. Our relationship is already as good as it ever is gonna be. He mercifully leaves me be most of the time, On the weird occasion where I need something, I just get it over with. Are they, you know? Then he goes away again, and I have a modicum of peace. Don't lump me in with all of you. You know how it works, right? You're in it with me. We have the best arrangement possible with the way it is. Jeremy looked to Shiloh seriously to back up the validity of their relationship, but Shiloh shook his head with a laugh. What the fuck do you guys do? I don't try to hang around too much, but that's because you're shy. You're the only one who thinks that setup is actually a good idea. Sorry. Don't lump me in with all of you. Jeremy turned his face to the side and let out another exaggerated sigh. Cove and Liz both joined on Shiloh's mirth. Jeremy got no support.
Sigh.
I fucking hate when people say sigh. I'm sorry, you're still a nerd, Jeremy. That's one thing I'm not digging right now. Sigh. Sigh. Of course you'd say that. Why did I even bother? That's Shiloh's famous memory for you. Liz's chuckling stopped. Oh, wait, what does that mean? Shiloh's famous memory? What? Whatever. Basically, Shiloh annoyingly remembers everything that happens for all of eternity. At least until some piece of info he has isn't helpful anymore, or he's got explaining to do. Then magically all of a sudden he doesn't know anything about it. So, is he saying basically Shiloh's two-faced or something? His boldly inconsistent recollection of situations is pretty much a running joke. It's Shiloh's shtick, one of them anyway. A scowl dug into Liz's face as Jeremy spoke. Cove lost a smile, seeing her reaction. Shiloh remained silent, with his big childlike eyes locked on your sister. Yeah, what the fuck? Did you pretend that you didn't... Well, didn't he already kind of say that he did it because he was with his friends? Jeremy began to shrink away from the screen at the changing atmosphere. He broke eye contact with everyone. I'm guessing he didn't mention that.
No.
He didn't. And he said he forgot something to you. I do recall him saying a little thing like that. Sorry. But, well, apparently, you had the pleasure of meeting Nate. You know me, and I talked a bit about Pran and Everett too. Wait, had the pleasure of meeting Nate? Oh yeah, at the last time that they were together. Okay, that one guy that didn't have a sprite. We're all in that unbearable group, and we're all unbearable people. What an amazing coincidence, huh? What we're about is kind of hard to hide. Ugh, I'm gonna go now. I don't want to be the fifth wheel to your own little group. You three people have a good day, I guess. And Shiloh, I'll see you back at school.
Bye.
Goddamn. Jeremy promptly ended the call. Just as people had begun to warm up to him, he accidentally found a new way to ice the mood again. Shiloh, now averting his own gaze, put his phone away and chuckled.
So...
I knew that Jeremy didn't think highly of me, but it's even worse than I thought. It's really sad. Shiloh. That bye, though. Her firm tone immediately brought Shiloh's focus back to her. Once she got his attention, however, Liz's voice became small. When we first met you in the city, did you know who we are? Did you pretend not to recognize us? The two old friends watched each other for a beat, but ultimately, Shiloh closed his eyes with a lopsided smile. He will be missed. Lizzie, you gotta know I could never really forget you. This is speechless, but it wasn't quiet. Cove couldn't stop himself from shouting out. Oh my god, you were lying to them? I remember being Teen Cove from the start. Two-Face Shiloh SMH. Lying is a strong word. I was, improvising, bruh. Yeah, I didn't really mind, but we're instead concerned about why he felt that was the best option. Did he dislike you that much, or was it something else? Yeah, why are you meeting up with us, if that's the case? I thought this got established already, but maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, I thought that they already talked about, like, the missing memories, and that he said it was because he was with his friends, and he didn't want to, like, talk to Liz in front of them. I could have swore they said something like that.
Alright.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, they did. Okay. Go home, Shiloh. Or go to my house and wait there until we can send you home. Oh, wow. Okay. With his shoulders dipped and head low, Shiloh immediately left the park alone. After he disappeared up the road, Liz sat her butt down right into the sand with no concern for how dirty her dress might get this time. I'll talk with Liz. You can go. We're done. Cove shared an unsure look with you. She wanted to be alone, but this wasn't the time for it. But what the fuck is Liz's problem? Yeah, I feel like even if, like, I know that he was lying, like, there's, like, a reason for it. I think I get it. Like, yeah, it is kind of mean, but, like, I don't know. We're not going anywhere. He was too distracted to actually realize who they were, but he didn't completely forget about them. I think he said that he didn't remember because he was preoccupied. Yeah, I could have swore it was either something like that, or he didn't want his friends to, like, see his old friends or something like that. Accepting that you were gonna be here for this, she let out a groan. At the same time, Liz pulled the sides of her hat down, gripping it tightly in frustration. I can't believe he pretended he didn't know us. Since when was Shiloh too good to catch up with acquaintances? It's infuriating. Am I an idiot for thinking we could talk? Yeah, I'll wrap my arms around her. I'll give her a hug. Ooh, what is going on? Oh, I must have gone backwards. Okay. You wiggled closer and pulled your big sister into a hug from the side. You continued to hold on even when she didn't let go of her hat. We can still make things okay again. Yeah, somehow.
Fine.
I know, I shouldn't care. It doesn't matter if one person doesn't want to be my bestie. He's not the greatest man on earth. I'll be fine. But I brought him here all the way from the other side of the state, and I don't even know why he did any of this. The friends were being dicks, so given that he remembered them was a dick move. He may be in a bad group too, but then, yeah. I think they established most of the people that he's friends with are bad people, or at least are doomers. He chose the bad group, not Elio defending Shiloh after all this. Well, no. I still do think that Shiloh fucked up with it, but, like, it's not too big of a deal. Like, I can kinda understand it. I wouldn't want to do that to someone, but I don't know. Liz finally removed her hands from the brim of her hat in order to rub at her temples instead. Like, sometimes you just don't want certain people to meet certain friends, I think. Like, if you know that they're bad people. Like, maybe that's not Shiloh's intention with doing that, but it sounds like his friends are, like, maybe not the best people? Really can't agree with that, honestly, but there's ways of doing it. Yeah, but I'm not sure how Shiloh would be able to do that, since it was like his first time that he ever met them, and he's with a group of people that are bad people. Being a dick to someone to protect them is being a dick. Oh no, I ain't saying that Shiloh's not a dick for doing it, but I'm saying that this can still be worked out. Like, you can look past that incident, I think. It blows. Cove snorted some nervous laughter at her unexpected phrasing. She didn't mind it. Look at these options. I'll go with this. I'm here for you, Liz, through thick and thin, no matter what.
Thank you.
Thanks, baby brother. Okay, but Shiloh never apologized for it. He just pretended nothing happened. Yeah, I think it's because he feels guilty about it. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe Shiloh's just a completely terrible person with no remorse for anything. I'm not sure which one it is. She squished you tight and rocked you back and forth in a dramatic hug. You let out a Cove-like squeak. I love you. I love you too. And what is family for? Not apologizing because you feel guilty makes it worse. If you feel guilty, you should apologize. Well, I mean... you also gotta consider that this is like the first day that they've really met in all of these years, so maybe he would apologize, but this whole situation is like sprung up on him. And now like they like are pissed off at him too. So I don't know. Well, I thought it was for hogging the phone while growing up, but this works. She released you with shaky, self-impressed laugh. Oh, and thank you too, Cove, for being around. We're gonna officially be family one day, right? Shiloh bad. She shot him a wry smile and he tensed up, face going red. He's willing to take her teasing and it made her feel better. It's not really the first day. Let's say they saw him on the street last week. Then Liz somehow tracked him down and got in contact with him. Yeah, but this is their first time meeting in person. Like, after that one encounter. Instead of apologizing, he was just like, oh right, Liz, how could I not remember you back then? Okay, now that you say that, yeah, you can apologize online. True. You do have a point. Don't mention it. Good, good. Liz rested her eyes after those last couple words. It eased her heart to see her feel better. Cove let out a soft sigh of relief. Hey. Cove then brought his face close to yours so he could speak in a whisper.
Are you okay?
I know Liz was his best friend, but you knew him too, and you were there when he did his whole pretend improvisation act. You know what else I went through with Shiloh? You want to know what else I went through with Shiloh? Yeah, I don't know how I feel. You hadn't cared before, but your feelings have become mixed. That makes sense. feel like he doesn't deserve to be gone for 10 years and suddenly mess with everybody's emotions. No, sorry. I just really don't think that Liz has any need to forgive him. Oh no, she's valid. A longtime neighborhood group sat together quietly in the sand, just enjoying the feeling of familiarity and support. You weren't entirely sure how much time passed, but you were eventually caught off guard by a soft call in the distance. In unison, the three of you turned your heads to the sound, and there, standing at the edge of the playground, was Shiloh himself. He waved. Oh my god, I can flip him off! Oh my god. I'll just wait there. I wanted to give him a chance, yeah. Here's your last chance. Let's see if you can make up for this, Shiloh. Oh my god! I'm not gonna speak. I do kind of want to say that one. Punch you in the face just like I saw Jeremy. Yeah, dude. Do you have something to say? Beat his ass? You guys just want me to... Okay. Fine, I'll go with it. I meant every word of that threat. What's that? I couldn't hear you from over there, but don't get up on my account. I'll come to you. No. Knew he heard what you said. Oh my god. No, let him cook. The absolute hatred in these options. Shiloh approached with easy strides, as if he had been welcomed. You're floored with how much confidence or shamelessness the boy was apparently capable of now. Liz turned her face and refused to acknowledge what was happening. She might have been trying to think happy thoughts and wish Shiloh's presence away. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck, Shiloh? When Shiloh arrived, he plopped down into the sand with the rest of you, his legs folded crisscross. Look at this motherfucker.
Hi.
Oh my god! Leave. Seriously, get lost. I will, in just a minute. What do you want now? Well, I figured you'd want to talk to me after you had some space. I ought to let you do that, even if you're gonna yell at me. Knock that stupid-ass grin off his face. Liz finally faced him to be free to snap at Shiloh with full force. I'm gonna pick these options based on what I think and feel. Also, Elliot, oh, chat wants me to beat him. Okay, chat. I mean, I was kind of thinking that too. I was kind of thinking of wanting to punch him too, but I was reeling it in a bit. And why in the world would you think that? Unfazed, Shiloh looked back at her softly. You haven't changed that much, Lizzie. You're the one who found me online when I brushed you off earlier this summer. When have you ever preferred leaving something unresolved in the end? You didn't even get a chance to make me explain why I did it. I bet you're dying to do that. Liz ground her teeth, quietly fuming. Shiloh had called it right, and that sucked for her. Fuck his shit up. Fine, I'll bite. Give me your excuses. He knew what he wanted deep inside.
Well,
mostly, it was really bad timing. I would be a pacifist, but if he did that, I would drag his ass to the water and oof him. Eat him off this mortal coil. I could have handled it a lot better if I had known I was gonna see you that day. And if there wasn't a self-appointed hall monitor dutifully watching every move people made. And hi, good to see you. Gotta go. Was simply too much for your little heart to manage? Of course. The goal is to keep as much distance as possible. Admitting I was the guy you knew wouldn't have been helpful. So, you can't stand us, and me trying to reconnect was just a huge pain for you after all. Amazing. Wonderful. Thank you so much for saying so. You didn't even care. You picked the option that you didn't know. No, it was that I didn't know how I felt. Knock his dumb Newsies hat off his head. Fuck his shit up. Oh, no, that's not it. Don't feel bad, though. You're almost never wrong. At any point, this fuckboy could have explained everything, but no, he just had to be condescending, right? Damn. The older sister's brows twitched as she stared at Shiloh in tired disbelief. He smiled back at her brightly. Jesus fucking Christ! I did it so this wouldn't happen. What? Oh my god. Bruh, I didn't know I could hate a character this much. I just see a lot of people mad at Shiloh being right. As if he's any worse than Liz's behavior most of the time. Honestly, at this point, I welcome whatever his name is with the black and white hair with open arms. Thank you! I dealt with that situation the way I always do, but saying stuff I didn't exactly mean because it's just easier that way. You heard Jeremy. It's what I'm known for. Sure, right now you're mad that I pretended not to remember you, but if I hadn't done that, it would have been something else later on and we'd have ended up here still. What the fuck kind of mental gymnastics are you on, Shiloh? What? I'm trying... Bruh? Yeah, Baxter. Welcome, Baxter. Welcome, Baxter, into our life. Del Conlasila? What's that? My ranking is still Cove Derek Baxter. Put Shiloh in. At least have Baxter be better than Shiloh. Yeah, that one. I still don't like him, but I'll take him over this guy. Yeah, Baxter's never done a single wrong thing in his life. Shiloh has done everything wrong. Liz's anger became more and more difficult for her to maintain. It was soon replaced with sad confusion. I hate him. He reminds me of most of my ex-friends. Oh. Yeah, Baxter is based. Yeah, he is. I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious now. He's on a mental gymnastics trip to his grave. Then don't do that. Don't be like that. Why not be someone you're actually okay showing me? I don't think he's okay with himself at all. Shiloh has that teehee I'm so silly attitude and the most condescending personality, and that is a combination I loathe. I mean, yeah, Baxter is better than Shiloh. Bro really said, hang on, I can make this hole deeper. My brother in Christ. Shiloh chuckled uncomfortably and searched for a way to explain himself to his former idol. You've known Baxter for like 2 days. I have not. I've known him over the summer and I knew him like 4 years ago too. We have a history. How was whatever the heck, that was the easier option. And if he wanted to cut off connections, then he could have simply blocked Liz when she contacted him online, right? That doesn't make sense. You did the same with Shiloh back then. It wouldn't have made you sad if I could have avoided it. I mean that. I thought I could at least finish this visit without issues. Jeremy wasn't someone I expected to call me out. That's pointless to him usually. But I'm not gonna be someone whose personality revolves around making you happy. Baxter's wrong because he exists. What the fuck? Shiloh's wrong because he has gone out of his way to consistently make the worst decisions possible. Being born bad and making the active choice to be bad are wildly different things. I'm not really seeing any condescending attitude. Oh, he is condescending, but like, it's hard to explain. But I get it. He is condescending. But he's like layering it. He's like duplicitous. Baxter can change. Shiloh has made his choice. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. You also have a history with Shiloh. Yeah, a bad history with Shiloh. No matter how much I follow others, it wasn't for them. Every decision was mine. I couldn't be in charge, so being a sidekick to the best option was something I did for my sake. What? What? Wholesome moment. Chat for getting their shun with Baxter to hate Shiloh with Elliot. He said, this is gonna go badly, and you're proving me right. Maybe condescending isn't the right word, but he's making things worse by just complicating things unnecessarily. I'd sooner use the word avoidant if I can't use the word that actually describes it. Yeah, I think avoidant is better than condescending. Like, I don't think he's intending to be condescending, maybe, but it kinda is. It's weird. I chose to let people be the boss when it's what I need, and I choose where to stop it. And the best I can do for you now is spare you from dealing with it. I'm not as earnest as you are. I'm not as nice as you are. I was always like that, even as a kid. Back then, I wanted to fit in, even if it meant excluding someone else. If they were the odd one out, that'd mean I wasn't. Damn. That's a better word, actually, yeah. I mean, Byron, you already know the actual answer because I mentioned it to you. He is condescending in the sense he pretends to be dumb or ignorant in order to spurn others, then tries to spin it into making it all about him trying to avoid or get to something. Yeah! Yeah. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. What are you guys talking about? Finding my place here got harder when Cove moved in. It was a good thing. What the fuck are you on, child? Finding my place here got harder when Cove moved in. It was a good thing for everybody that I ended up moving myself soon after that. Oh no! Someone that can maybe stop making Elio be depressed because he's a third wheel. Oh no! Well, no, I don't think that. I'm just projecting with that. But like, what the fuck is wrong with Cove? Oh, he's friends with Liz and with me too? Oh, we can't have more than one friend? Or like what is he talking about with this? Also, thank you for the blessing. I'm gonna throw out a word and maybe it will properly explain everything. Just a random term off the top of my head. Sociopath. Oh. So he's like a sociopath. I'll be counting the number of words. That's exactly one word. No, that makes sense, I think. He's like a sociopath. Also condescending in a way where he assumes he knows what's best for everyone just because he thinks he knows people. Yeah. Like, he didn't ask for our feelings on things. He just assumed that that was what would be the best course of action. Knew it. I was sure you weren't being honest back then. At least I'm admitting it now. I knew that's essentially how you were back then. You were a scaredy cat who wanted someone to defend you.
Jeez.
I simply imagined that in the past 10 years you grew out of that and learned how to speak to others like, I don't know, an actual grown-up human being. Well, in my defense, I'm not an adult yet. I won't be 18 until later this year and don't be all like, actually, I'm still... Shut the fuck up, Shiloh. You're not the third wheel, you're the steering wheel and led us to our destination. And no wonder you liked him. Oi! He's victim blaming though? I told Dwarf that's why you liked him. The second it was mentioned, it all made sense. What? October 30th. I don't think he really assumed anything about you guys. I think he just decided that was easier. You remembered. So did you, punk? Shiloh chuckled self-consciously as Liz smirked at him. There was an affable moment before she became serious again. I liked you when we were kids. I wanted to know you now. That's what upset me the most. The idea that maybe you only wanted to be rid of your old friends.
Aww.
Lizzie, you're too good to need someone like me in your life. That's the truth. I'm not worth the effort. except for with unusual people who have odd taste. Then she straightened up in the sand, brushing her dress back out. Did you just talk shit on me? Shiloh? Are you calling me an unusual person who has odd tastes? Fuck you. I don't think he really... Yeah. I would like to point out that he still went through this effort. Look me in the non-existent eyes and tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, but he talked about how he figured things would go just because of how Liz is, yeah. My eyes are up here, buddy. Shiloh out here calling Elio out directly. That's an incredibly annoying thing to say. It's insane. You've only changed in stupid ways and stayed the same for the rest. He yearns to be killed by the Elio Protection Squad. You are an unusual person with odd tastes, Elio. I'm with Shiloh on this one, and only that one. What the heck? I thought Elio had even taste. Tell me when flashing memes are oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mello. Here. Oh, thank you. That's an incredibly annoying thing to say. It's insane. You only change in stupid ways and say the same for the rest. That's fair. I did! I forgot that was a command! Where are you, caveman? Just use the command, SpongeBob. We have technology. I'm not... I don't know half of the Twitch commands. Is it? It means maybe I have unusual taste. You could have stuffed Shiloh's entire hat into his mouth with how wide he opened it. Really? Well, as much as Mother Hen being compelled to look out for their chick, no matter how useless they are, is unusual. I can't help it. Wait, what? As much as Mother Hen being compelled to look out for their chick, no matter how useless they are, is unusual. I can't help it. You haven't changed that much after all either. You're still Shiloh. You're painfully still Shiloh.
You're welcome.
I brought you here, and I'm not gonna abandon you. Has to be someone's job to look out for and keep an eye on you. With her sortie returning, she pulled herself up off the ground and lowered down at Shiloh with her arms folded. What is Twitch but a collection of nonsense? Do you at least know the gaslight? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's a weird sentence, yeah. That was worded really weird. I'm a Shiloh in this one, to be honest. Liz is a gigantic pain in the ass. Now, I do want an apology for everything done behind our backs when you could have opened with all of what you just said. She is, but again, he could have just blocked her and avoid all this if he didn't want this mess, LMAO. Yeah, like, that's literally what Liz is saying right now. Liz is better than Shiloh, not gonna lie. Baxter is better than Liz. Let's fucking go! Baxter is moving up in the world. Now you guys can see. No way she's stupid enough to forgive him. You should have given us a real chance or stayed home. This stunt was rude. To me, and Bunny, and Cove too. As if bringing the baby chick comparison to life, Shiloh dutifully did as he was told.
Sorry.
Lizzie, Bunny, Cove, everyone. I didn't want to cause problems or ruin the day. Liz is openly a bitch and truthful about it, but Shiloh is a two-faced bitch who uses sugarcoating and bullshittery to be a bad person. Baxter is the only good. Thank you, Mel. I agree. And you don't have to accept just because I'm saying it. Not everybody needs to like everyone. Alright then. You're kind of mean sometimes when we were kids, but I wasn't very nice to you either. All this recent stuff isn't really something to make about me, so I'm not gonna hold on to it. I mean, as long as you're not gonna keep upsetting people from now on. Thanks, Cove. I'll avoid doing that in the future. Yeah, but I deeply relate with Shiloh telling people not to involve him in their life because he's not worth it. It's still on sight with Baxter, don't get me wrong, but out of the 3 current choices, Baxter rises to the top of the terrible choices list. Listen, you don't know him like I do. Yeah, like Liz said just now, he def had the option to just stay home, so bruh, pick one. He then changed his focus to you. His expression was curious. Wanted to know where your feelings land on this, on him. You really want to know how I feel about you, Shiloh? You really want to know how I feel about you, Shiloh? Do you remember the day on the beach? Do you remember? Do you remember the day on the beach? You probably conveniently forgot about it, even though you have wonderful memory. I shouldn't forgive him. That's crazy. Well then, I am not forgiving you. Don't even think about it. I felt like that was more an internal thing, so I'm going with the one that feels more like I'm actually saying it to Shiloh, if that makes sense. It was ridiculous that your sister was benevolent enough to give him another chance. As you pulled yourself to your feet, your thoughts whirled around inside your head. I don't want to leave Liz alone with him, but I also don't want to be around Shiloh. He's done it. The choice that I would have picked. Option 1 is a solid question. Kill him. Beat his ass in the QRTs. What do you guys think I should do? Should I be with Liz or should I just leave? Because, like, I don't want to be with Shiloh, but I also don't want Liz to be alone with him after all this. Like, I want to support my sister, but I also just don't want to. I'm feeling stabby, but Liz is your sister, yeah. Cancel him on Twitter. Fuck you, Shiloh Fields. Yeah, I think I'm more feeling to be with Liz. I didn't think he was capable of doing anything terrible to Liz if you walked away right now, but you weren't happy with how willing he was to trick people. Shiloh jumped to his feet, straightening his cap on the landing. Lynn would be so proud. You didn't all leave. Lynn? Cove rose as well, but with a groan. Another group mate?
Nope.
No, he's our group supervisor. He's also friends with my mom. I guess I would be too concerned if it was my sister, but I'm also like, Liz is a big kid. She can take care of herself. That is true. Pity. Saying you can't think about forgiving him, that's crazy. Leaves potential thought in his mind that you may forgive him someday, if not now. Yeah. But I suppose that's how this was always going to be. And if you were still wondering, that group is for people who have difficult to deal with attitudes. Jeremy and Nate being in it makes a lot of sense, huh? Is this therapy? I hope you're going to therapy, Shiloh. I hope this isn't Assholes Anonymous and that you're actually getting therapy and seeking help for your terrible personality. Shiloh spoke simply and finished his thought with a breezy shrug. Liz sighed loudly, and then she smiled ruefully at him. Shiloh, stop throwing in all these references. I'm in that category. Honestly, Liz is your older sister. Yeah. She's not a Toys R Us kid anymore. I don't know, she can kind of still act immature sometimes. I'd be concerned. Heck, my sisters are all assholes, but if some dude made them uncomfortable, I would be there to support them, yeah. Like, I'm sure she'd be fine on her own, but also just, like, this is her, like, childhood friend and stuff, so. Jeez, Shiloh, you certainly made yourself other people's problems since leaving. At least Jeremy was an ass and owned it. Now you all know me better too. Thanks for sharing. A small smirk appeared on her face as she watched Shiloh. You didn't fail to notice the hint of sarcasm in her voice. And thank you, Bunny. Accompanied by a warm smile, Liz's tone was sincere. I can't help hanging out with everyone. Oh, wait, no. I can keep hanging out with everyone too. Sheepish, Cove rubbed his arm. Liz's smile stretched into a grin at that news. Aw, thanks for sticking around. Yeah, this'll be the last time, buddy. Well then, what now? The four of you stared at each other in silence until Shiloh tentatively made a suggestion. Would anyone want to build a sandcastle? Yeah, can I, like, bury you in the sand, actually? That sounds ideal. Your older sister began to truly relax again, and you were glad to see it. Glancing at Cove, he nodded in agreement with Liz. Yeah, I like that idea too. It had been a long time since you last built a sandcastle together. You were already looking forward to burying your feet in the sand, nah? Burying Shiloh in the sand. Then we're all agreed. Come on, gang. Let's go play at the beach. Don't call us gang. The sun was far across the sky when the four of you trailed down from the park to the shore in comfortable silence. It was hard not to think back on how familiar it all felt. You never thought the four of you would ever be here together again. It wasn't long before you were sitting on the wet ground, busily pushing as much sand as possible into a lump. Y'all worked together quietly. Ever so often, a chuckle would drift through because of the castle's lopsided development. Don't grab his hand if he falls. Yeah. At one point, Cove stretched his legs out completely, and the incoming waves started reaching his toes. Yeah, just to let you know, yeah, Overtaker, if you could not use the Junie Bee gun emote, it triggers epilepsy for, Adamello. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, it's okay. Yeah, I had a feeling you didn't know. At one point, Cove stretched his legs out completely, and the incoming waves started reaching his toes. He initially was caught off guard and almost jumped into the castle, but ultimately didn't resist the water. You're becoming a Shiloh enjoyer? Like, yes, he is a bad person, but I appreciate people with that level of self-awareness to admit it. I kind of agree. Honestly. Oh, that was what was wrong. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, Adamo. It's all good. Oh, thank you for the head pads, mommy! After that, the group worked with purpose to finish before the ocean could tear it all down. Though, even still, Liz ended up taking time to be particular about the castle's rudimentary design. Shiloh, of course, backed up all her plans. Cove was a dissenting voice, wanting to keep things more laid back. Things got pretty boisterous. Yeah, plenty of people will act with the same level of avoidance and trying to have their cake and eat it too. Being there and doing this with Cove, Liz, and Shiloh, it felt weirdly different, yet also weirdly the same. I was sitting here confused thinking that emote was tied to something horrible. Nah, it's just flashy. Absent-mindedly, you twisted your fingers in the sand and thought about everything Shiloh said today. It was still bothering you, but to some degree, it all felt kind of like closure. And not just with Shiloh, but also with Jeremy of all people. The old villain of that one summer from long ago. Just like old times, the four of you stayed on the beach until night fell, and the moon was high in the sky. Then the time had come to say goodbye. Elbow, what? They don't recognize that they're being hypocritical, dragging Shiloh for doing the same thing. Shiloh needed to get back to his mom and back to where his life truly was now. Elliot is simply wishy-washy because Shiloh has lived in his head rent-free since the instant. At the end of the day, he still showed up. It wasn't convenient for him to do so. He wanted to be here. He just went, well, I'm probably gonna ruin it, but if I don't, then cool. Yeah, I think I get that. The four of you walked up the neighborhood street as one. Tired smiles covering the familiar faces around you trip him into the sand. I don't mind people being self-aware that they're terrible, but I just don't really get what the heck he even wants out of all this. Does he really want to befriend everyone again or avoid them? Dude, pick one, making it more complicated than it has to be. Yeah, I think... I'm not sure what Shiloh's feelings are here, but like... He went through all of this effort with Liz. There's like one thought in me that maybe he was just annoyed by Liz and wanted to do this to shut her up. But if that's the case, then he could have just blocked her. So I think he really did want to meet everyone again. You never could have seen where the day was heading when it started. However, you appreciated the opportunities it brought you in the end. After that, Shiloh disappeared from Sunset Bird once again. Though this time it wasn't heartbreaking or hard to understand. This time it was just another part of life. And it helped that Liz had her own phone and laptop and could easily check in on him time to time. That was nice too. Alright. It's probably because I also very much think these things often, but you know, sure, that's fair, yeah. Nothing, Elio, I'm still not over Shiloh. He's your toxic ex. Okay, but my issue with this is that he doesn't feel any remorse. Like if you say, oh yeah, that was wrong, you don't actually feel remorse for it. That self-awareness is worthless. Like I said, sociopath. It's like an actual disorder, yeah. Like, yeah, sociopaths don't feel remorse, but it's not like a person that like isn't a sociopath in that sense. Like, you gotta understand, like, sociopaths don't choose to be sociopaths in that case. So, Elio, tell me whenever you're able to finish the stream so I can upload the Riku X Mickey to art submissions. I am ending here for the night. That was Hell Chapter, yeah. It sure was. It doesn't make me simp for him. No, completely understandable. Yeah, I don't mind the sociopath tendencies. I just don't get what he wants. Yeah, I have a feeling Shiloh doesn't completely get what he wants either. He more or less said to Liz that he wasn't willing to kowtow to her in that exchange solely to make her happy. It's convenient for him to do so when he was a child, and what he said about Cove is definitely fucked. And you don't have to wait for him to be about to end it to upload it. Yeah. Can't believe happiness is a DLC. I knew I was missing something. But yeah, that was it for our life. I was thinking of doing lobotomy after our life, depending on the time, but it is almost 10 o'clock. So we'll do lobotomy tomorrow. I'll try and play catch up on streams tomorrow, hopefully. Just so long as my back and my neck and my shoulder don't get worse. I feel like they are getting better. My family's been talking about how I should go see a chiropractor. So I might be making an appointment for that at some point. But yeah. I really wonder if you'll be able to chain Derek DLC if you get the funds before the end of step 3. Yeah, let me see. How much more steps do I have? Okay, so these are Baxter's. These are Baxter's DLCs that I don't have because I don't have the money. Why does it show the image for this but not for the other ones? That's a little weird. But okay, I'll have to get Baxter's funds. I'm assuming next stream we will either do just boating or boating and happiness. So I either have 1 stream or 2 streams before I have to buy the DLC. So hopefully I should get paid by then. Right now, our DLC is giftable. They are. Through Steam. I'm just being devil's advocate, but I appreciate characters like that who clearly want something and expecting it to not work out because that's just how they are. Yeah, no, that actually feels kind of real. Like, you know, things aren't gonna work out, but you kind of have a hope that maybe it won't. I don't know. Yeah, he do spits facts. I'm just missing the full picture here with his thought process. Yeah, I think especially like if you're not a sociopath, it's hard to understand how a sociopath's like mind works really in that. And I think that's why there's a lot of I wouldn't say like, would you say ableism? I'm not sure. Like towards sociopaths in that sense. A lot of people are really critical on it, and like it's understandable why people would be critical on certain things with sociopaths, but like they literally just have like a different brain. They're born with that. They can't help that, you know. I spend more time than I'd like to admit saying things that aren't nice, and usually my justification is, well, am I wrong? I'll be trying to gift you it this week. Just not today or tomorrow, because time constraints. It's all good, Adamello, but thank you. I get being brutally honest, but there are some times where if you're brutally honest purely to be an asshole, then that's where the problem is, because some people use that to shove their opinions about things on people, even if they know nothing about it. Yeah, I'm probably on some spectrum, who knows. I think... I honestly think Dwarf's right in that Shiloh is just a sociopath. Like, I'm not saying that as like a negative thing towards him. It makes sense to me. It's like hard for me to explain sociopathy, but like I've looked into sociopathy before on stuff, and I can definitely see it from him. Being brutally honest and open to get a point across clearly, that trying to avoid being too considerate wouldn't do. And I feel that's good sometimes. Sociopathy can't change their ways that easily. It's not an uncommon thing also, yeah. No, he was written to be a sociopath, like it's confirmed. Oh, it is confirmed. Okay. Yeah, then he's definitely written pretty good as a sociopath. I can understand ragging on him, like when he said, oh, well, I tried to paint Kova as the outsider kid since she showed up after me. And if he's the outsider, I'm not. But seeing the effort he made to show up here shows at least some willingness to want things to work. Yeah. Like, yeah, Shiloh was, like, terrible. Don't get me wrong. And I'm saying that as someone that has spent a good amount of my R-Life playthrough ragging on him. But I get it. Like, it's not something that I can emphasize with, or whatever the word is, but I get it. I'm pretty confident when I say what he said to Liz after she came to yell at him was him just justifying it to himself. Yeah. Like, well, I knew I was gonna fuck it up because I do that. Yeah, empathize, yeah. But yeah, it's a hard subject when it comes to characters like this. I get why people would hate him. At the same time, I just can't help but not hate him. Like, for that at least. Like, you can dislike him for certain other things, but like, I don't know. I do think that he did want to, like, meet his friends and stuff and make things work out, but also just, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, either way, our time. There are plenty of valid reasons to take issues with his behaviors in this. Yeah, completely. I completely understand why people do not like him. But yeah, I feel like the ones that are most commonly cited by people, not necessarily here, are people who absolutely do what he does. Exit out of here. Yeah, it's really hard with characters like him. I feel like it's just, yeah. I mean, it's like most things you can accept it about him, but not like being around him because of it. Yeah, it's like, it honestly is just like regular people. Like, you can dislike someone without having a reason for it is like another thing. Like, you don't have to justify it as long as you're not like terrible to them just because you don't like them. Like, just don't engage with those types of people if you don't like them, you know? Specifically, the behavior to be avoidant to not cause problems and just doing what's easy. Sure, there are tons of characters that are good characters that you don't like. Yeah. Or you can accept it and like him, or at least not hate him. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about Shiloh. I think I'm at the midway point for Shiloh. I think I neither like nor hate him. As much as a meme as I personally thought this game was initially, which I've never said to not be rude, it's grown on me. Yeah. It's written really well. This game is written really well and like really makes me think on like a lot of stuff when I play it. I really like it. I feel like it brings like a lot of good like conversation stuff on it too. This really was our life beginnings and always. Don't think he's meant to be liked, but I accept and understand at least. Maybe he'll grow out of it if you're sincere with him, yeah. Or whatever, since you kind of told him to eat shit. Well, I don't know. I think if I had the option to, I would try to reconnect with him. If they gave me that option in the future. Okay, but anyway. Let me put on some music for you guys, and we're gonna do our time, and then we're gonna end for the night. Let me know if it's too loud when it starts. Okay. But you have the option to forget. Just to not do. Bit loud? Okay, how is it now? Is it still loud? The only part I was never that sold on was Derek's, but the game is really great, yeah. Hating Shiloh because of his sociopathy. No. Hating Shiloh because of a grudge he probably doesn't even remember or think about. That's the money. Anyway. Let's look at some art. So, for anyone that wants to submit some art, you can join my Discord. We show this at the end of every stream. It has to be art that you yourself made, or you got permission from who made the art and give proper credits to whoever made the art. It can be art, memes, videos, music, what have you, as long as you had your hand in it. Alright, but yeah, let's look at some art. Let me switch over to this. Let me just move that. Okay. Yeah, so I think Shiloh is meant to be likable in some ways, since you know you can kiss the guy in another game, and I'm curious on how that works out. Yeah, I'm curious about how he is in XOXO Droplets. Like, the whole group, honestly. Alright, so our first piece of art is by... Oh, sorry. Are you done sneezing? Okay, thank you. Our first piece of art is by Adamello Like Horse. And this is a rough draft type 1 for Harpay's area video part 1. Yeah, he's been doing thumbnail art for Pocket Mirror. This is looking really good. Harpay is so cool. like all the details on this. Oh my god. So we got like Goldia here and the scissors. Ooh. The little eggliette coming out. And the eye, like, kind of like doorstop. Looks really good. And we got Goldie in it too. Ooh! Yeah, I love the ink look. Yes! Yeah, scattered Fleta too. Ooh. Oh, okay. I think I can see it. I think I can see the Fleta. Yeah, right here. Oh wow! That's so cool! Also added Lizette and Harpy refs. Yeah, the scissors, and I'm assuming the left is Harpy as well. But I guess it could also be the eye. We're proud the first 2 submissions are serious, but the rest is just kind of a train wreck affectionate. Yeah, it's really cool. For real, yeah. Good job, I don't know. Oh, it's the swans in her theater. Oh! Okay. And then we got some art by Kippies. Oh, my baby! My baby! Yeah, Kippies has been doing some Project Sekai pins. And for those of you that don't know, Mafuyu is my favorite Project Sekai character. I kinda kinny her, if I'm gonna be honest. I got some headcanons on her that, like, I understand. They are not the mass public's headcanon on her, but just my little baby, I love her. She looks so good in Kippies' chibi art style. I mean, she kind of is, but no, like her thing is like her mom is like really rough on her about being like the best in everything, like top of the grades, being like a nurse and stuff, and she kind of like breaks from it. Like she's got no light in her eyes, she is just dead inside. And like a lot of like their story is giving her a place to kind of vent out her frustrations. Yeah, but I love her. I love Mafuyu. Dead inside, she's me first. Are you guys okay? But yeah, same. It's a big reason why I relate to her. But yeah. Ooh, I love Kippies' I love you. I want this pin. I want this. My baby. Alright, our next piece of art is by Twy. I fear no man. But that thing, it scares me the fucking chatter skull. Are you guys okay? Wait, do you not know me? Hi, I'm NN Twy. Feel free to call me N or Twy or whatever. I will not call you N. You do not deserve that title. That's my favorite Pokemon character's name. Alright, but anyway. Really good meme. Getting Elio with Thunder Cross split attack. Complimenting Elio for failing Thunder Cross split attack. It's a win-win! And it's not a win-win for me when I fall for it, but... I call you NN Twy with a hard R or no? Where's the R? Lowercase. Good meme. It's a win-win for chat. It is. It's not for me though. But good meme. That's actually... It's actually really sweet. It's actually really sweet. Twy can make like really sweet memes as a treat. And they always get me, like... It's actually really sweet. That's the trick. The R only exists if you have permission. Ah, I see. Alright. Lobotomy Corporation. I'll just let my employee die. You mean the ones not named after chat, right? Right? God, I have to be nice I have to be nice to what's his name? Beatrix? Was that his name? Beatrix? Yeah, Beatrix. I gotta be nice to Beatrix next time. Cause I complained about Shiloh. The fate Beatrix is protected now. I promise you, you will have a valid reason to sacrifice him one day. The game is not lacking for that. Okay. I'm not affected by this meme. I'm missing the good stuff. I promise you. Yeah. Okay. I'll save him. I'll save him as a treat for later. God. Don't reject hand holding. This is a message from YPF, Yandere Prevention Foundation. Thank you for the message, Overtaker. Anyway, this is a partial twi joint. Oh? Let me see. What is this? This is by Sloth Mama. I gave a few ideas. Twi helped out, but the blame lies solely on me. Do not feel personally attacked. But what meme are you guys talking about? The collab of Yandere Simulator. Yandere Simulator is still getting collabs? Finish the goddamn game. This meme is extra funny for Overtaker and me. The hand holding one. Why? Alright. Okay, this must be the one that some dwarf is talking about, I'm gonna assume. What? Is the Tumblr sexy? It's Tumblr sexy, man. But with all the characters, like we got Nalia, Kite, Mike, Bowser, Shiloh, Cove, Dexter, Jerry. My god. Who's the one between Bowser and Kite? That's Varg. He shows up in my Cinderella Phenomenon playthrough. Yeah. My contributions were Bowser and Varg. Very good. Everyone's here. And I'm missing Barn. Barn is right here. I'm not a Tumblr sexy man. I'm not on this list. A Tumblr sexy man is a man that would not be... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. But I could see Bart as a Tumblr sexy man. Bark, my beloved. Bark, best boy. Go ahead, Elio. Where is Sans Undertale? That's Baxter. Baxter is Sans Undertale. Let me see. I can tell a few of these from the image. So I can see Italy as Bowser. I can see Shiloh as Dave. I can see Cove as the Onceler. Baxter as Sans. I'm not sure who this is. It got horns. I'm gonna assume it's like a Vivzy Popper Has-Been Hotel shit. I ain't never gonna watch Has-Been Hotel. I miss Dave Strider Shiloh. Hope you appreciate that. Oh, you made Dave Strider Shiloh. Very good. Oh no, that's England. Oh shit. My Hitalia lore isn't that good. Damn. Oh, Loki probably. Yeah, probably. The amount of thirst for APH England was insane. I should know I was one of them. England was one of my favorites. My favorites were Russia, England, and who else did I like? I forgot, but I remember I liked those two a lot. Oh, Poland. I like Poland too. Tom Hiddleston style. But yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. Very good meme. Very good meme. Friendship scale according to Elio. Strangers. Friends with benefits. Friends. We halfway to friends. Oh, peaks before having to go. Hi, Kippies. Yeah, it's art time. I just finished Enna, and I was gonna share it there. Oh, heck yeah! Let's go. Good meme, Twi. We got. God. I receive Nalia's tissues. You receive my gratitude. You should do. That this trade offer meme is sure being well used, huh? Good one, good one. Alright. Oh, that's actually really cute, Linux. Gonna be honest, Chief, I don't see myself finishing this one. What? But it's cute. It's adorable. Not the Enna I was fit. That'll be later down. So cursed. I love it. OTP for sure. Looks adorable. Mickey looks adorable. I love the little Kingdom Hearts moon in the background too. Love them. I think personally you should be punished for this. Wait, why? I do not think Mickey would want to enter Riku's door to darkness. He has entered Riku's door to darkness though. Very good. Very good. Thank you for drawing my OTP. Thank you for drawing my OTP, Linux. I appreciate it. Can you do Sans Maida next? Door to darkness. Anna, my best girl. Took me like 90 pulls or so to get her card just now. Ooh! Mafuyu is my favorite. I was freaking out when I saw your drawing of Mafuyu earlier. Thank you for the hydrate. That's right. Alright, on to the next piece of art. And this is my Kippies. Oh, Anna! She looks so cute! She looks so cute. I love these little Prosecco pins. I want the Mafuyu one so bad. She looks adorable. I love the coloring on all of them too. They look delicious. Looks like I could bite into this and it'll taste like chocolate. It's sweet. How can you stay up at 1 AM? Oh wait. Yeah, I'm thinking of setting up an online store right after the convention or so. Ooh. Well, I hope you have some Prosecco ones left when you do that, because I want the Mafuyu one. You can probably put it in an envelope and ship stuff eventually, if ever. Oh, you keep talking about eating non-edible things. Listen, it's my way of saying it looks delicious. It looks wonderful. I love it. Eats this art. But yeah, that was it for art for today. So thank you everyone for coming. I should hopefully be streaming some Lobcore tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. If not, then my back and my shoulders and my neck probably hurt too much. So yeah, I might see you tomorrow. I might not. We'll see. But yeah, see you guys later. God, I am not surprised about Blizzard. Also, I want to eat your art because it's delicious. It looks yummy and sweet and nice.